Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we're gonna be trying some new toners that Sally Beauty just launched. These are from Color Undo. So if that sounds familiar, it's because Color Undo is a new color remover that Sally Beauty has in store. So they released the color remover, and then also they now have in store the toners. So both of those things are new at Sally Beauty. I have tried the Color Undo on myself as well as on swatches, and I honestly really like it. I might even like it a tiny bit more than Color Oops. It's very, very similar to Color Oops. It's not damaging on your hair. It smells a little bit better than Color Oops, so it is now like one of my favorites. It's meant for demi-permanent and permanent color, so if you're trying to remove black or brown or red, definitely give it a try. So they came out with 3 toners. So they have gray, light gray, and dark gray, which now that I am a little blondie, if these are pretty and if they come out of the hair, I can totally use these on myself this summer. So it says you mix them up a 1:2 ratio with 10 volume developer. If you're just refreshing the hair, you process 10 minutes. If you are balancing the hair or want more pigment, you're gonna do 20 minutes. This also does say it's ammonia free on the back. So I have swatches I'm gonna try these on, and then if they're good, I can totally use these on myself this summer. The colors smell pretty weird. It smells like citrusy, but it almost has like an underlying fart smell, like you sprayed some fart spray after you took a you farted. So it smells interesting. It's not bad. Honestly, it's not horrible. It smells more citrusy than like farty, but there's a little whiff of fart. Let's go in with the first one. This one is the light gray. And as you can see, I am putting this on pretty yellow, like bleach blonde hair. So we're gonna see, I'm curious to know if these are gonna be more like silvers or are they actually gonna be like a dark gray color? Because if these are actually resemble like natural gray hair color, that would be groundbreaking for a lot of people who want to transition from colored hair to go back to having like their natural gray that grew in. I know a lot of people who are starting to get gray hair are tired of the upkeep and they're like, nah, let me just embrace my natural. So if these resemble like natural gray hair, that would be amazing. Going in with just the regular gray color, and these all look the same coming out of the tube. They're just like a very, very bright white color. I'm excited to see what they look like once they start oxidizing, to see those undertones. You guys know a lot of grays turn out like green or blue or purple. They're just not like a true gray or silver. So I'm very, very curious to see if these are gonna have nice undertones or not. And the last color is that dark gray. As soon as I get this last swatch applied, I'm gonna jump back to that first swatch and see if we can see any of the color oxidizing yet. I forgot to mention, but we are gonna mix up a little bit of lightener after these are done and apply it and see if they come out of the hair or not. Because these are called gray, I'm curious if they're gonna be super dark, because if they're dark, they honestly might not come out of the hair that easily. If they're a lighter gray or like silver, they'll obviously probably come out of the hair a little bit easier than if they were super dark gray. Ooh, the first one is already starting to oxidize and it looks really pretty. I'm gonna let these process the full 20 minutes. I will be right back so we can see what the colors look like, and then we can try and remove them with lightener and see if they come out of the hair easily or if they're a little bit stubborn. All right, you guys, we are back and the results are a little bit different than I thought they would be. So let me show you. Here are what they look like. Here's the light gray, the regular gray, and then the dark gray. It might be hard for you guys to see. I will put a white backdrop on here, but this one, it still has like some yellow undertones on it. It looks better on camera than it does in person, I will say that. It's not bad, but it definitely is gray. It's not silver. It's definitely a light gray color. This one is probably the most disappointing. This really just looks like a grayish purple color. I don't know if you guys can see. I feel like they're coming out way more even on camera, but they still have like a little bit of a yellow underhue to them. So there's the regular gray. Here's the dark gray, which honestly I think is the best option. This one looks more realistic to what a like natural gray looks like. I feel like maybe these two sprinkled in together, you could get away with like a natural gray color. This one right here though is like literally just straight bluish purple. Here's what they look like on this background. I feel like this washes them out and you really can't see like the true colors with the white. They all just look dark. The dark background, you can definitely see the true colors a lot better than the white. The white just washes everything out. So here's what they look like. Let's go ahead and mix up some lightener, and I'm going to apply it half on the swatches so that way we can see if they come out of the hair, because now I am very curious if they're gonna come out of the hair. They are darker than what I thought. So let's go ahead and mix up some lightener and 20 volume and see if they come out of the hair. I'm gonna guess these two will. I'm not really sure about this one. It's pretty dark. All right, here we go. I feel like we will see pretty quickly if the color comes out of the hair or not. In the past with toners, they do tend to come out of the hair very quickly and easily, but because these are so dark and they're more of a gray versus a silver or some type of lighter tone, I'm not sure that they're gonna come out of the hair as easily as other toners I've tried this on. All right, let's go in with the gray color. This one just has such a heavy purple undertone. I'm wondering if it's gonna lift purple or because it's like a toner, if it's gonna lift right out of the hair. Obviously, if this is semi-permanent, I feel like it would stay in the hair a little bit more, but because these are toners, it might surprise me and come out a little bit easier than what I'm thinking. All right, let's go in on the last one. This is the one I'm like, it might change to some funky colors. We might get some weird lifting action happen on this one because it's so dark and the undertones are a little odd. Everything is applied. I'm gonna let these process for 20 minutes and I will be right back so we can see if these come out of the hair. We are back. Let me show you guys how the color came out of the hair. All right, here are the swatches. As you can see, every single color came out of the hair pretty well. This one is a little bit darker than the rest, but for the most part, they all came out of the hair pretty well for only being on there 20 minutes. Considering how dark that is, I would say it did a good job at getting that out of the hair. Now you can see what the colors look like compared to the blonde swatch. You can see this one definitely has that like purpley underhue to it, but here's what they look like. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that every single color came out of the hair with no issue, it seems. If you like the tonality of the gray, then I would say give it a try because it's gonna come out of your hair eventually. How these fade, I'm not sure. I can imagine the gray and the dark gray probably fade to like purple, like a dusty, smoky purple color over time. And then the light gray probably just fades gradually back to a blonde. But if you do like the undertones of the grays, I mean, they felt really conditioning on the hair. The hair felt very soft after dyeing it. And like I said, they all came out of the hair relatively easy. Personally, I would not use these on myself just because I don't like the tonality of the gray. They look more like a purpley color than a true gray. And I put them on fairly yellow blonde hair, so I can imagine the purple would probably be enhanced if I put it on like my hair that has more of like white undertones and not as much yellow undertones. I think that purple would probably show up even more prominent. The only one I might try on myself is the light gray because I think it would probably go on my hair better than it went on the yellowy swatches. But out of the three, that's the only one I would probably try on my hair. I will leave these linked in the description down below in case you guys want to check them out for yourself. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that is in the description down below. I post way more of my everyday life on there. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye.